This one is all around summarizing feedback and opinions the easy way. So if we think about this, every business has a person or a department that they have to go through feedback, surveys, generate insights. So in the council word, this is submissions from the public. Somebody will be reading submissions, trying to figure out what's going on there, representing that. In other worlds, it may be surveys, internal staff surveys, customer surveys, a whole bunch of things. So this can give someone time back. And we're going to show you a different use case in Fluently. So this is now a digital form. So the use case here is council submissions, and every council have a submissions website. You look at it, tells you what's going on, and you can submit feedback. You don't want to close them channels down. You still have to accept handwritten letters, emails, verbal, all sorts of things. So this Flowly form, we've decided to go for a drop down. These are all the submissions that are currently in progress. So we're going to choose this one. And what you're seeing here is dynamically the form is now changing to say, because you selected that, I'm going to show you this. We've got lots of instructions here around how this council wants to increase the alcohol ban area from the red area to the blue area. So we've got a picture here. We've got radio boxes, free text boxes, and a bunch of other boxes. So I want to draw your attention to here. We want to gain an insight into the suburbs that the feedback's coming from, so we can see if there's a difference across our region. I've got a drop down here. People like Les and Tom will recognize these suburbs. These are New Plymouth suburbs from a database. So if I choose Maryland's, you'll see here that the longitude and latitude has been looked up of that suburb. You could hide them fields. I've chosen not to because I want to show you what we've done, and I'll show you why later on. So that's an important part of that form. I'll show you a completed form. So this one here, this person supports it, and they've included a few sentences here and a paragraph as to why. They've filled the form in, and they've said they're from the Fitzroy suburb and they'd like to represent their submission in person. So we're going to press submit there. Then that can be now going through. I'll just check that goes through. Perfect. What's happened here is that submission has come in. AI is detecting the sentiment, which is really important in council submissions, but that could also be just as important on generic emails. Is this angry? Is this sad? Is this positive, negative? Because you don't want a negative email to go straight to the new guy who's just started day one, right? You might want to pass it to a senior or a team leader. It's summarizing the text. So just like the last use case, we summarized the text. This is going one step further. This is rolling it up into themes, single sentences, 3 or 4 words that are easier to present to management and easier to understand to see the themes. And then we're going to update a visual dashboard here. So a little bit different this flow. We've got that submission form that you've just seen. We've now sent a thank you email to say, thanks for your submission. It's really valuable. Here's your reference number. Because I chose to represent in person, it's now gone to the admin team to say, you need to do us something now. So they would have had a ping. So we'll go over to Flowently and we'll show you what is going on there. It should have processed it by now. You'll see that submissions come in from Tony Henry a few seconds ago. So we'll click on that. We can see the history here, exactly what he said. You can see that he's been sent an automated email with the subject of the submission and a unique ID. So everything you can do in Flowently will get a unique ID. You give that to the customer, they call up. I'm calling about flow 409. You search for 409, it pops up. The person on the front desk can tell them exactly where it's up to. There's no more hold the line, I'll pass you through, they should get back to you soon. 100% they can tell you. What we've decided to do here is give the internal person now a procedure to follow. So for this particular one says, open this calendar, call the organizer, tell them that we've got Tony Henry who wants to come in person, then complete the rest of this step. So again, if you're brand new to this job, how much training and induction do you actually need to follow this? The richer you make these, the more you don't need to onboard people. So we'll say this is happening Thursday. We'll choose a date and time. We'll choose a venue. This is a database. We'll say this one is in the main library on Queen Street in Incendoville. New town, by the way, that's going to be built in Taranaki. We will press submit. And what you're going to see here is that is going to go through. Now that's finished, but you'll see that I got sent an email saying, please attend this date and time. Any questions, call this flow. So that's valuable. What I want to show you is what we've done now with that piece of AI. So behind the scenes, that has all just been pushed into a SharePoint list. So here's a SharePoint list of all the submissions we've received. Cool bit is this. So we've attached that to a Power BI dashboard. And you'll see here that that's why the longitude latitude was important. The bigger the circle, the more submissions. So you can see that we're getting a lot of submissions from Vogeltown. You'll see that the AI summarizing and rolling up of what I've said is really good. Just skimming through this, you get a real appreciation. The sentiment is good. And then here we've got different views. As a business leader or in the deciding team who's going to be making this decision, you can say, hey, how come Fitzroy have got more negative sentiments than everybody else? And when you click that, it starts to then focus in, oh, okay, I see what's going on there. But another point to note here is a lot of these survey results or these submission results are often produced at the end, right? Where it's probably too late to change your approach or how you're marketing or the messaging you're sending. So if you can be seeing this in real time, you can be saying, we've missed the point on the messaging. So you can change your messaging to make sure you get an accurate reflection.
Yeah.
So yeah, super, super powerful though.